Understanding sampling distributions, a comprehensive overview. Sampling distributions are a cornerstone of statistical analysis, helping researchers and organizations infer properties about a larger population based on observations from a smaller subset. This article delves into what sampling distributions are, how they work, the different types available, and their significance in various fields. What is a sampling distribution? A sampling distribution represents the probability distribution of a specific statistic, like the mean or variance, derived from a number of samples drawn from a larger population. By illustrating the range of possible outcomes for a statistic, sampling distributions empower governments, businesses, and researchers to make informed decisions. Key takeaways. A sampling distribution reflects the statistical outcomes of numerous samples from a defined population. It encompasses various statistics such as the mean, median, mode, variance, and standard deviation. Most data analyzed in research contexts involve samples rather than entire populations, making understanding sampling distributions essential for valid statistical analysis. The mechanics behind sampling distributions. Understanding how sampling distributions operate is crucial for effective data analysis. Here's a simplified breakdown of the process involved in creating a sampling distribution. 1. Select a random sample. From the entire population, a random sample is chosen to ensure that it accurately represents the population. 2. Determine a statistic. Calculate relevant statistics, mean, variance, etc., for the sample. 3. Establish a frequency distribution. Create a frequency distribution for the calculated statistics across multiple samples. 4. Graph the distribution. Visually represent the data to observe overall trends. Through this iterative process, researchers gain insight into the behavior of the population based on limited data, guiding decision-making. Importance of sampling distributions. Sampling distributions play a pivotal role in several domains, including market research. Companies can gauge consumer preferences and behavior without surveying the entire market. Public policy. Governments can ascertain public opinion or the needs of communities based on specific sampled demographics. Health studies. Researchers can analyze medical data effectively without having to gather information from every individual. Overall, understanding sampling distributions allows for more accurate estimations in conducting research and interpreting data. Characteristics and special considerations. Standard error. The variability within a sampling distribution is influenced by the standard error, which measures how much the sample mean, or other sample statistics, is expected to fluctuate due to random sampling. Factors that affect standard error include population standard deviation, sample size, population size. As the sample size increases, the standard error decreases, resulting in more reliable estimates of the population parameter. Relationship to population mean. Interestingly, while the mean of a sampling distribution coincides with the population mean, individual sample statistics can vary widely. Understanding this concept helps researchers determine the precision of their estimates. Types of sampling distributions. There are several types of sampling distributions, including 1. Sampling distribution of the mean. Generally follows a normal distribution as per the central limit theorem, which states that with sufficiently large sample sizes, the sampling distribution will approximate a normal distribution regardless of the population's distribution. 2. Sampling distribution of proportion. Often used in categorical data analysis, this distribution focuses on the proportion of occurrences of certain outcomes or characteristics in the sample set. 3. T-distribution. More common in situations involving small sample sizes, T-distributions are utilized when calculating estimates for the population mean when the population standard deviation is unknown. Plotting sampling distributions. The shape of the sampling distribution can greatly differ based on the number of samples and the sampling method used. In practice, the individual sample means will create a distribution that can converge towards normality with an increasing number of samples or through larger sample sizes, as noted by the central limit theorem. Practical example, a medical research scenario. Imagine a scenario where a researcher aims to compare the average weight of newborns born in North America versus South America from 1995 to 2005. Due to the impracticality of analyzing every birth, they take samples of 100 births from each continent. Instead of just obtaining the average from one sample, they could collect multiple samples from various hospitals across both continents. By calculating the average weight from each sample set, the researcher helps form a sampling distribution of the mean, enabling better comparisons and conclusions about regional differences. Why is sampling necessary? Sampling is vital as it allows researchers to bypass the logistical hurdles of dealing with entire populations, facilitating timely and cost-effective data analysis. It empowers policymakers and businesses to anticipate future trends and make strategic decisions. Conclusion. In conclusion, sampling distributions are essential in statistical inference, enabling conclusions about population characteristics based on small, representative samples. Understanding their construction, significance, and applications provides invaluable insights, assisting researchers in making well-informed decisions that affect various sectors of society. As data continues to grow in importance, mastering sampling distributions will remain crucial in the field of statistics.